What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 14 of Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. These are my co-hosts, Alpha Dog Bets and Hefe Picks. How we doing today, boys?
A lot better than when we entered the show yesterday. We had an awesome day last night, so excited to dive into this 13-game slate and bring you guys some more winners. Hefe, what's going on today, my friend?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We got a 13-game.
Hefe?
Uh-oh.
Hefe,
we have a frozen Hefe.
Anyways, boys, before we get started, as always, all right, here we go. Show is sponsored by Pure Wage. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always, guys. We're gonna jump right into the
back.
Did I die?
You did die. We got you back. Thanks for starting the show. Wow. All exciting, Hefe.
What happened there?
I have no idea.
Anyways, boys,
we're
gonna jump right into a quick recap here. Short slate yesterday, and a lot of games tonight. No games tomorrow. So we'll be back here on Friday for you guys. But yeah, let's jump right into a quick recap before we get started. Let's do the Miami Heat versus the Detroit Pistons. Line was -9. And what a game by Tyler Hero. What a game by the Heat in the fourth quarter. What a comeback. I knew a guy that had a Heat -9. And I think
we all know a few.
I think a missed free throw kind of ruined that cover. But, great cover by the Pistons. I mean, they should have won that game again. But terrible fourth quarter in both games against the Lakers and the Miami Heat. What did you guys think about this game?
What a crazy game that was yesterday. I mean, the Heat made a fantastic comeback. They were down. They won the fourth quarter 33-16. So they won the fourth by 17 points and only won the game by 8. So a huge fourth quarter by Tyler Hero and the boys in Miami. He dropped 31 and 8, and they lost the cover by 1 on a second free throw with 1 second left. Tyler Hero front rimmed it out, but it was a good game. The Pistons did deserve that cover. What did you guys have in this one?
I had the Heat, so bad L, bad beat, whatever way you want to think about it. But the Pistons were in the cover like 97% of the game, so it's one of those games that it was just a tough beat either way. My taking away point is Tyler Hero. This is the fourth time this year he's dropped 30 points off the bench. I believe I read a stat earlier today that only happened 4 times in the history of the Heat franchise, and he's done it 4 times this year. The man's balling, 6th man of the year candidate for sure. And honestly, the guy who makes this team go is Tyler Hero right now.
I also think that Kyle Lowry is such an important piece on this team, the facilitator, the point guard. If he's hitting the open shot, they have to D on him quick and get out on him quickly. And that's where he's at his best, where he does a little drive, kicks it out to an open Hero, kicks it out to Duncan Robinson, something of the sort. But if he's not hitting that open three, they're in a little bit of trouble. We saw that in the first half yesterday. He was struggling from the floor. They were giving him his space. He was not knocking it down. The offense did not click. So I agree with you that Hero is the X factor, but his Robin to his Batman has to be Kyle Lowry.
100%.
I agree with that. All right, boys, let's jump right into this game. Hefe and myself had the Lakers plus the 7. And this was before Anthony Davis was announced. I guess he was announced out, but he ended up playing. But yeah, it was tough if you got the Lakers late. But we gave out plus 7 on the show. I mean, maybe they didn't foul at the end. We got lucky. But man, what a comeback! What a comeback by the Lakers, though. I mean, we kind of predicted the whole Westbrook. He had a triple double. Davis played hard. The Knicks didn't. They kind of stopped scoring at the end. What did you guys think on that?
Thankfully, as you know, Slam, I only had one official show play yesterday, which was the under in this game, the under 214. Right. So we did get that by 8 points. I was watching that one on my flight in. I was messaging both of you, hoping all 3 of us cash this, and we did. The Knicks did what the Knicks do. They do not play full basketball games. No. They were up 25 points in the first half. They were tied by the third quarter. They completely collapsed. Luckily, the fourth quarter, they got it together, and they played good defense. That's what carried them through. But this Knicks team, offensively, has looked abysmal. They have not got it going for a full game. So I'm looking forward to seeing this team kind of play a complete 4-quarter game and seeing them play a full game. Hefe, what did you see in our beloved Knicks?
I was so certain the Lakers were going to win that game when they came back and took the lead for a little
Me
bit
too.
in the third quarter. Typical Knicks, come out strong, come out heavy, feed off the crowd, and then die in the second half. Just literally typical Knicks. Shout out to Russ Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony for not fouling on that last possession. I was screaming at my television for them. Don't touch anybody. Do not touch anybody. We had +7 and the lead was 6 at that point. It was a miracle cover, Slam. You know it was a miracle cover. We got out of there literally. I don't even know how. Very, very lucky.
We will take it. And we will take it.
We will take.
I'll take that win.
Knicks got the win, but once again, just like Alpha said, they did not play a complete basketball game.
They haven't all season. Let's move to the next recap because we have a huge slate to do.
Yeah, let's jump into one more recap, guys. Dallas Mavericks at the Clippers yesterday. What a second half by the Mavericks. It got a little scary. PG hit that game tying.
What a shot.
3-pointer.
What a shot.
Had the over in that game. So
I had the over.
I had the Mavericks. I gave out Mavericks plus a 3.5. They ended up winning outright. Alpha hit his over. Hefe unfortunately took the Clippers. But yeah, what did you guys think about this game?
I thought Paul George hitting that 3 was fantastic. No, besides that, it was a very good back and forth game. Glad we got overtime. Glad we were all able to cash. But the Mavericks look good, and Kristaps Porzingis is proving that he may have a role on this team and in this league. You go back and forth with Porzingis because he's so talented. He's so physically intimidating. And then he has games where he just looks so lost. Last night was not one of those games. He balled out. And as a Knicks fan, I don't like to see him do that great, but he really is playing good basketball right now. Hefe, what did you feel about this game?
8 straight 20-point games for KP. First time in his career he's ever done that. Whatever. Good for you, dude. I'll never be a KP fan. I don't care.
Ever.
I have a personal story about this. Actually went to his first game back at the Garden. I lost my voice for 3 days after that game, how much I was screaming at him. They're gelling right now, the Mavericks. And like I've been saying this whole entire season on our show, I still think they are without that second player. KP is not the Robin to Luka's Batman. KP is a great third piece on the team. And I
disagree. I disagree. He's starting to look like that second role player they need. And the key with him being the second role player, he's not overshooting. We all see guys who overshoot and shoot their team out of games. He's not doing that right now.
Let me rebuttal you right now. You're trying to tell me that right now the way the team is built, you think they can win?
No, I think they need a third piece, but I think KP is good to be the second guy. I think they need a pure shooter.
Really well right now.
I think they need a pure 3-point shooter to add to that rotation.
Yeah,
who will take defenders.
Off the top of my head, Buddy Hield would be a good fit on that team.
Buddy Hield would be fantastic on that team.
All right, boys. Enough with the recaps. Let's get right into the breakdown. Got tons of games today.
Yes, sir.
And guys, as always, special thanks to Pure Wage once again for sponsoring this show. If you guys haven't already, make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. He is the best in the business.
Go.
All right, let's jump right into the early slate. We have the Lakers at the Pacers. Line sitting at -5.5 at most books. I see 4.5 at some, but right, 5.5 at most books. I don't have anything on this game right now, but Alpha, what's your take on this?
Well, guys, you know how much I love the state of Indiana and the Indiana Pacers. On a real note, guys, they've been playing some good basketball as of late. Since that game versus Denver, they've really seemed to go on a little bit of a roll. And the Lakers, they just can't play a full game either. I'm taking the under here, guys, at 217.5. It's a back-to-back for the Lakers. I think they're going to struggle offensively yet again. And the Pacers at home, I think they're going to limit the possessions for the Lakers. They're going to play good basketball. I think the Pacers take this game, and I think it stays significantly under the total. So right now it's at 217.5. Hefe, what do you see in this one?
So this is the Lakers' last game of a road trip. 8 days, over 5,000 miles flown. Tough game after tough game. And for some reason, my heart, my gut are all aligning and telling me to take the Lakers tonight. I think LeBron plays. I think LeBron has his game of the season so far. He will will them to, victory, but they should win. But +5.5 right now is what I see it at. And that is indicative of AD not playing. I don't care. I'm taking the Lakers +5.5 tonight. LeBron is still one of the best players in this league, and tonight he shows you why in Indianapolis. Slam, next.
hold on real quick. Yeah, I agree with Hefe here. Last game of a road trip. Pacers off a really impressive win against the
Yes, good
Bulls.
point.
Now they're back at home. I honestly see some regression from the Pacers offense, man. Their whole team played great. I think everyone scored into double digits.
Yep.
Lakers struggled defensively as of late, but they're gonna have to get it together, especially with LeBron back in the lineup here. I lean Lakers plus the points right now. AD is questionable. I would wait on it, but again, like Hefe, I don't care. I like the Lakers with the points.
Worked out for us last night.
Yep. All right, boys, let's jump right into the next one. I like this game. Suns versus the Cavs. Suns off a close win against the Spurs. Cavs off a loss against the Nets. Man, at some point, the Suns are due for a cover. This team comes out hot in first half, up 20, up 10. But then in the second half, they seem to just choke it away, miss free throws, turnovers, gives up the back door. But I think tonight, 7.5, I think they get it done. I lean the under. If you're Alpha's going to parlay the Suns money line with something. Alpha, what's your thoughts on the Suns game?
Yeah, guys, the Suns just keep winning, and they just keep not covering by 1 point. The odds makers have had these spot on. Every game has gone either a half point or 1 point under the cover for the Suns, but they keep winning. So what I'm doing right now is I'm parlaying their money line with other teams. It's been working for me, obviously, because they keep winning. So I will go over my best bets. The other parlay piece, 13 straight go from
straight.
Wow. And they're going for 14 tonight. So their money lines are hitting. In the best bet segment, I will be going over my parlay for it, but this is the first leg of my open-ended
little
parlay.
Thanksgiving parlay?
Little Thanksgiving Turkey Day gobbler for all you.
All right, boys, wait around for that.
Yes, sir. Shout out BBB. Hold on. We see Big Brain Bet in the comment. Guest of the show. He will be on Friday on our next episode. Shout out BBB, one of our good friends and co-hosts. Continue us, Slammy.
Heifer, you got anything on this game, or
no play for me here? I told myself after the non-cover versus the Spurs, I'm laying off the Suns until A, they either lose a game, or B, they cover a game. So I'm rooting for you boys, but this is a layoff for me.
For sure. All right, let's go. Just jump right into this game. It's a primetime game on ESPN.
Baby.
Nets versus the Celtics. Line sitting at -1 Nets. Celtics been red hot. Tatum's been playing well. I think Brown is back, but I think he's limited today. Nets, this line is tricky to me. I look at it, I see Nets -1 at the Celtics. Nets haven't been playing great at all. They struggled against Magic's team. I think they came back and won by 4, and then came back and won the other day against the Cavs. So this line's a little off to me. I think the Nets get it done tonight on primetime. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. The Celtics are just really hot right now, but the line just says otherwise. So, Alpha, break this one down for us.
I like the Nets in this one, too. You guys know I'm a big Nets believer, and Boston's playing a little bit better than I think they are right now. Both teams are sitting about 500 in this situation, so with Boston being home, they're looking like 4-4 against the spread. The Nets on the road are 3-3 against the spread. So we're getting about a 50-50 split. Tonight, I think we see KD ball out. I think he's going to have a big game. He wants to go up against Tatum, and I think Harden's going to be facilitating well. Give me the Nets. Not one of my favorite plays of the day, but I am definitely on the Nets money line in this one. Hefe, tell me how you're on the opposite side. Knowing I think you're going to be on the other side of this one.
Absolutely, I am. I'm on the Celtics, and this game is a coin flip. Both of these teams have won 4 of their last 5. Both of these teams, as you said, have pretty much identical against the spread records. Both of these teams, offensively speaking, are literally match up perfectly. But the Celtics are hotter than the Nets right now. And the Nets' last 3 opponents have been the Cavs, the Magic, the Cavs. The last time they played a good team was the Warriors. So I'm sorry. I'm rolling with the Celtics at home. I like the line. I'm taking them at the money line at -115. So, yes, we will be going head-to-head once again.
Love when this happens. We will be talking about this on Friday when I rub it in your face. Slammy, let's take us into the next game.
All right, boys, let's jump right into the next game. I know Hefe loves this one. Bulls at the Rockets. Line sitting at -10. I think Vooch is back in the lineup tonight. Bulls off a terrible loss. Rockets are just terrible in general. Hefe, what's your take on this game?
Hefe's about to put his head through his laptop because Hefe just saw that UConn and Auburn are tied and going to overtime after UConn was up double digits and for the whole freaking second half.
Yeah.
Well, Hefe, this is an NBA show, so we could worry about your CBB bets on your CBB show. So I need to know what you have in this game. Also, you should have taken Cornell. Go Big Red.
I'm sorry. Wusa, go UConn. I'm taking the Bulls tonight, guys. Big bounce back game for them. Vooch is back. I think the spread is exactly where it should be at 10. Rockets 1-5 against the spread at home, 1-16 overall. I have 1-16 overall. Holy wow. I'm taking the Bulls. They're better. They're deeper. And they're due for a bounce back, baby. This is simple. This is the definition of keep it simple, stupid. Alpha, you on this game?
I am on the Bulls as well. With Vooch back, I think they're going to look great tonight. He'll be eating on the boards, and there'll be less Tony Bradley in the game, which, by the way, for Tony Bradley's career, it's always been better when he has not played maximum minutes. Not an insult to Tony Bradley, but he is not somebody I'd want on the court for 40 minutes a game. But give me Vooch, good rebounder, good facilitator, and a good shooter. He completes that Bulls team, and we will see DeMar DeRozan have yet another big game. Give me the Bulls by the 10. The Rockets are just not a good team this year. Slam, I know you are in the state of Texas. How do you feel about the Houston Rockets?
Houston Rockets. Man, it's going to be a great bounce back spot for the Bulls here, especially off an embarrassing win.
They took the last game off, too, so they're fully rested. They took that one off.
I think Lonzo Ball is due for a good bounce back here. He had 0 points.
Terribly last game.
I think 0 from 7 from the court, from the field, and he just didn't play his game. Like for the Bulls to bounce back offensively, -10 is a lot to lay, especially on the road. I don't like taking double digit leads, but I do lean to the over here. I think their offense bounces back up, but I think the Rockets might be up to something. They might get up for this game.
Up to what? Up to losing?
I mean,
hey man,
they might get up for this game.
Hey, man,
just enough for the
they
over.
Could be up to losing this game by 11 points. By all means, go for it.
We're good with that. We're good with that.
But,
by all means.
Yeah, boys, I am off this spread, but I do lean the over in this. I think the Bulls are going to have offensive bounce back here. But let's jump right into this game. I like this game. Heat versus the T-Wolves. Line sitting at -1 T-Wolves. Heat are off a back-to-back. T-Wolves are just red hot right now, and I think they're on a 4-game win streak.
Yes.
So get back to me on this one. Hefe, go ahead and break down this game.
This is by far the sketchiest line on the board today. This is your typical Vegas is begging you, pleading with you to take Miami. Timberwolves have been hot, but they haven't been playing exactly tier 1 competition. Heat played last night, just barely got out of there with a W, back and forth with Detroit. And yet, with that being said, the Heat are 3-0 without rest this year. I'm rolling with the Heat on this one. It's not one of my best bets of the day, but it's just something that I'm going to roll. Like Alpha always says, I'm going to take a step back and not look at this in a microscope. I'm going to look at the whole season. The Heat are better than the Timberwolves, guys. They just are. I'm taking the Heat. You can get them at a money line tonight. It's simple. Alpha, you on this one?
I actually lean the other side. I do think the Timberwolves get it done. They're hot right now, and they're playing better basketball. And they're playing better team basketball. Like I said earlier, if Kyle Lowry isn't hitting the open shot, the Heat are really struggling. And we saw that last night. Yeah. So for right now, I am staying off this game. I do lean the T-Wolves, but I'm not going to have any action on this one. I think there's better plays tonight. So let's move on to the next game on the slate, Slammy. What do we got?
Cool. Hawks versus the Spurs. Line sitting at -4 Hawks. As you know, the Hawks have been playing great at home. But
at home, keyword, at home.
They struggle on the road. It's their first road game here. What's the against the Spurs?
Here's a little trivia. The The Hawks are dead last in the NBA, Slam. Dead last on the road. What do you think they are ATS on the road? I'll tell you because you're not going to get it.
Oh,
okay, you did. Okay, you're amazing. You did get it. Way to surprise me there. So tonight they're going to go for the 0 for 10. The awful start, what you don't want, the double-digit streak in a row. I think they're not going to get it again, guys. Give me the Spurs. Give me the points. Hefe, what do you see in this one?
We are united, my friend. Hawks minus 3.5 is what I see. Give me the Spurs plus 3.5. Spurs at home, Hawks on the road, 0-9 against the spread. Everybody will probably be on the Hawks. They've won their last 6 games. 6 games by double digits. Their last 6 games by double digits. Give me the Spurs. People still sleeping on DeJounte Murray. It's pissing me off.
Slam. I'm off this game, man. At first, I leaned the Spurs.
What do you mean? You're a Hawks fan. You're a die-hard Hawks backer. You've never not bet the Hawks in your life. How are you going to go for the first time?
At some point in the season, the Hawks are going to have to get a cover on the road. And I think
– You think so?
This is a perfect opportunity for the Hawks to get that cover and win. Dude, they're red hot right now. I mean, the Spurs – They fought yesterday. They fought last game against the Suns in the second half. They scored 70 points in the paint, right? If they don't shoot well from the threes, but if they can execute again in the paint, the Spurs are going to have a good chance of covering. The line kind of says Spurs right now, but again, I'm off this game, man. I just don't. I don't like fading the Hawks.
Wow. Side note, guys, I have a little NFL news. I know this is an NBA show, but Alvin Kamara was just rolled out tomorrow for the Saints. Thought I'd let you guys all know that. So that's big NFL news. Sorry to completely go off the grid. I'm 100%
taking Bills.
100% love the Bills. Wow. Get him teased down as well. But yeah, Alvin Kamara's out today, guys. Let's move out tomorrow. Let's keep the NBA stuff going. Sorry, had to interject that.
All right, let's do this one. Blazers versus the Kings. Line sitting at -1.5. Blazers. You know how much we love the Kings. Hefe, you want to go ahead and take this one?
So to everybody that watched two days ago when we chose the Kings, and everybody who watched yesterday when we spent about 20 minutes ripping not just the team but the city, I owe you an apology. Because I'm rolling with the Kings tonight, baby. I'm rolling with the Kings tonight.
Yes.
Give it to me. Money line at home. Maybe I take the plus. I don't know. They're facing the Blazers, who are hot right now, but in a whole season outlook, not meshing too well. They played
especially on the road. Especially on the road.
1-7 against the spread this season, second worst in the NBA. Is tonight the time that they get out of that, though?
They
get on the board.
But I'm telling you, that new coach vibe has to set in at some point, and tonight's the night that it does. Portland playing yesterday, they played their asses off. They beat the Nuggets by 19 points. Somebody did a East Bay through the legs dunk in the end of the game. It was crazy. And honestly, I don't care. Kings get this done tonight. De'Aaron Fox, do not disappoint me tonight.
This is such a layoff spot for me. There's no way I'm putting any of my money on
you want to.
No, I really don't. There's 13 other games. There's 12 other games tonight in just the NBA. There are other spots you could find if you don't trust the Kings. I don't trust the Kings, and I definitely don't trust the Blazers on the road. Also, they're not really going that far on the road. This is probably one of their closer road games, so they may have some fans there as well. There's a lot of variables in this one, guys. Off of it, Slammy, what do you want?
I'm with Hefe here, man. At some point,
I'm rooting for y'all. I'm not on the other side.
The new coach has to sit in, and they have to play well. They have to bounce back, especially from the last home loss. Should have won, but I think they get it done here. It's a good spot for them, especially after a Blazers back-to-back. The Blazers are on a back-to-back. So I like the Kings here, plus the, probably I take the points. I always take the points here, but they should win outright. But I'm with Hefe here. I like the Kings in this spot. All right, guys, let's jump right into our last game. 76ers versus the Warriors. Line sitting at minus 10.5. As you know, the 76ers, they beat the Kings last game, and they played really well. Is Harris back and Curry back? It's
Curry, I
it's
believe,
questionable.
is out tonight.
It's
Both
questionable.
are technically questionable. You
It
can't
doesn't
go
matter.
yet. Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Hefe. Why doesn't it matter?
Because the Warriors are the best team in basketball, and it's not even close.
It doesn't
And
matter because I'm not touching the game.
I'm 100% touching this game, and I love it. I got the Warriors at -10.5, and I'm taking it. The Sixers is their last game of a road trip. They just got the news that Embiid will be back on Saturday. They're completely looking past this game. They got a W that they should not have gotten 2 nights ago, and that'll do them just fine. They are not winning this game. They are not even staying in this game. Golden State is elite defensively, offensively, deeper, and more of a veteran team than they are. And let's not forget, they do have the better Curry brother.
They sure do. But do you think that the Warriors take it a little lightly tonight, knowing the opponent?
Absolutely
Teams
not. They never
tend
do.
to.
No,
This year, you're
Not
right.
the
This
Golden
year they
State
had
Warriors.
Not
You're
the
absolutely
Warriors.
right. Not the Golden State
You're
Warriors.
absolutely right.
not the Warriors.
They
You're
do not
absolutely
play
right.
up or down to their competition. They just play their game, and that's why they're freaking 15-2.
Very true. Very true. I like the under in this one, guys. It's not something that I officially am going to have a play on right now. Still monitoring. We have a lot of time until this game, but I lean the under in this one for sure. It's currently sitting at 217. Slammy, do you have anything on the last game of the night?
I lean the Warriors. It's a great probably letdown spot after that win against the Kings. I like Warriors to roll here, man. 10.5 is nothing to them, especially if Harris gets ruled out, Curry gets ruled out. So
If they all get ruled out, I like the Sixers. We know how this has gone.
Well,
when players get ruled out last minute, that team consistently keeps covering. Consistently.
Curry's going tonight. Curry's going. He rested at Sacramento so he could play versus brother. Come on.
Yeah.
Adam Silver's putting in a call. They need the viewers.
Yeah, you're right.
People really going to tune in for Curry versus Curry? That's not the biggest.
Yeah, that would be actually a good game to watch, man. I would want to see Curry versus Curry.
Crap game. That's one game I don't
All
care
right, boys, let's jump right into our best bets right now. We're gonna
Wade to LeBron.
Wait. What's the update on the UConn game?
Oh,
take a look.
no.
Live reaction.
I have UConn
Oh,
up
UConn up 1 with the ball. 45 seconds left. I'm watching it right now.
You got money line? You got money line?
Yeah, I got money line. You want me to do play-by-play right now? Got UConn at the top of the key. They're at the right wing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
All right, great, guys. Let's jump into best bets. I have my 3 for the night. First one, Pistons Bucks under 214. I love the 214 number. That's been hitting a lot. Last night, Knicks Lakers under 214 was a banger. We cashed that. Give me the Hornets -7 tonight as well. Loving the Hornets. And the Thanksgiving Turkey Day Gobbler parlay. I am taking the Suns money line parlayed with the Washington Wizards. You can get that at a +108. I think both teams get it done tonight. And let me know if you're riding that with me. Hefe, give me your 3.
Bulls -10, Warriors -10.5, and the Spurs +3.5. Simple, good. Let's sweep it the F up, baby. Slam.
Let's get it, boys.
What do you got?
All right, guys. I have the Suns -7.5. Taking Heat money line, and then I'm riding with the Kings +1.5.
Here we go.
3-0 right there, boys. Take it. Let's win some cash. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
And,
Before we get off here, let's remind everybody that since there's no NBA tomorrow, there will be no off the bounce tomorrow. We will be back better than ever Friday at 4:30.
Thank you, boys.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
What's the NFL lock tomorrow?
Oh, I'll give
Bills with Kamara. Bills with Kamara out.
You guys want to know? You know what? I'll give you my little sprinkle, my little Thanksgiving sprinkle.
Your nugget. We need the nugget.
I will be taking the Detroit Lions spread tomorrow at the first game. They are 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 Thanksgiving games, and I am rolling with them. The 0-win Detroit Lions.
Oof. Slam, what's your lock? Give us a lock. Bills for me, Lions for Hefe. Slam's taking the Cowboys because he's a Texas guy. Guaranteed. Give us your Cowboys homer pick.
Yes, sir. I am riding with the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. -7.5. They roll. They bounce back. They get a win. It's a blowout. Not even close.
Tease the Cowboys with the Bills.
And take the Lions at that point, too.
All right, boys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. As always, special thanks to Pure Wedge for sponsoring this show. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And we'll see you guys back on Friday with BBB. All right, boys.
Yes, very excited.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
UConn up 2, 17 seconds left with the ball. Oh, my God. Please, UConn win. Please, UConn.